So you want to learn how to learn chops or complicated things on drums. And you look left and right in social media nowadays, and it's just an abundance of cool fills and drum chops, and you want to learn how to be like those YouTubers. To be honest, how to do chops is just like learning how to write. You first start to learn the alphabet, and then as you learn the alphabet, now you're being taught to write the letters, and as you start to write these letters, now these letters become words, and then words turn into sentences, and sentences turn into paragraphs, and so on. So what is this method that you can apply to any of your grooves and learn it in a fraction of the time, instead of just learning it by looking individually at the notes? Well, let's take a look at it. So in the start of the video, I mentioned that if you learned the alphabet first, which in our case is our rudiments. Our rudiments are the building blocks to what we're gonna essentially do, which is chops. Then it's gonna be a heck ton easier to learn writing. So before you go ahead and learn the chops, first, start to learn the rudiments that are being played in the chop. You know, are there single strokes, double strokes, maybe triplets? I don't know. You have to figure that out. But even if we are learning the alphabet, we can speak because we heard our parents speaking. So in our case, we have to hear the chops first in full speed to see how it sounds and if we can mimic that sound while we're playing it. Now, after we learned to what I call dissect the chops, it's time to build some sentences and actually play the chops. And if you learned your rudiments well in the previous step, then you should be able to write sentences pretty easily, or in our case, the rudiments. And now we can make paragraphs, or in our case, play the chops in a song. And that's it. Well done. You've literally done how to play the chops. Now, once you understand how to pick up patterns in a groove and hear it, it becomes much easier and easier since you have more patterns in your mind and muscle memory. And this is the most interesting part about learning these grooves and chops. Over time, you start to understand that you can take those patterns that you've played or learned already and glue them together to make a whole new pattern. Mind blown. And yeah, chops are essentially just that. Patterns, hearing, seeing, and patience, of course. If you do practice consistently, I genuinely believe that you will succeed in learning those sick chops, and it will be like a normal day, mundane task for you. And the coolest part is that you can start to take patterns that are inside these chops and actually implement it into your playing. That is genuinely like mind-blowing. Your mind is able to do so much things that you don't even realize. Now, with the knowledge you've learned in this video, I want to challenge you to hop on the drum set right now and pick a chop to play on and start playing it right now. And yeah, that's it from me. Thank you so much for sticking to the end of the video. And speaking of sticking, have you heard of this thing that all drummers need to have but 90% of them don't? Well, click to this video to find out. And also, if you subscribed, that would be really, really helpful. Thank you.